Hi. I wanted to share a little bit today about what I call the new reality. In sharing my thoughts with others along the way, I tend to talk about the old world and the new world, the old reality and the new reality. And I think every one of us here knows that things are changing, and they're changing fast. And technology has changed everything. And if you didn't know, it appears that we're in a huge cultural shift right now. A shift like we had 50 years ago. For those of us older to remember, like myself, 1969 was a huge cultural shift here. And we've entered another paradigm change here in 2019. And we can all feel it, no matter how old you are. It seems no matter where you are on the generational scale, whether you're a mature or a boomer or a Gen Xer or a millennial or the new Gen Z, we all can feel the changes that are going on right now. And so what I talk about is those changes have to do with what I call the new reality. Now, often when I talk about it, people say to me, well, what is the new reality? And quite simply, the new reality is a shift in focus, a shift from the external to the internal as a way of life, really. An external focuses on things, whether it's people, places, money, wealth, fame, fortune. There is no basic internal spiritual connection. And what happens is, with an external focus, we focus on everything out there. Our happiness, our fulfillment is all dependent on what's going on out there. The shift to the new reality is a life based on an internal focus. In other words, a fundamental connection to a higher power, be it ourselves, God, the universe, consciousness, whatever we call that energy. We shift our attention to that. It's not necessary to believe in God or really anything other than yourself to understand this shift to the internal. And it's okay if you do believe, of course, because it'll just expand the relationship you have. So it's really about consciously allowing that creative power, God, the universe, whatever that is, to work through your life in such a way that happiness, fulfillment, what makes you feel good, comes from inside yourself. I came to that conclusion a long time ago. And I decided that I'm the one that makes me happy. I make me happy. Nobody can make me happy. I make me happy. And so that's part of the new reality. The part of the new reality is the focus from the internal. That our happiness is not out there. It's not dependent on others. It's not something that can happen. It's something we feel from within. It's moving to and experiencing life from the heart. Thanks for listening.